right, let's go over this categorical data response practice. All right, so we have this information from a campus, college campus. And so we're seeing, we have if students were on campus or off campus, okay, and then what type of extracurricular activities they're involved in. No activities, one or two or more. Okay, so again, uh, keep in mind which one of these things do you think is explanatory? And so I would imagine they're pondering if the fact that you live on or off campus is affecting the rate at which you do your activities. Okay, how involved you are in extracurricular activities. So that's our explanatory. So when we have to assess um, the comparison of things to determine if there's an association or independence or whatever, then we're going to want to go this way and use the denominators 33, 67, and our marginal will be out of 100. Okay. Now, but what's happening at first is they're just asking some probability questions. So this is kind of unrelated to the whole making checking for independence. So at first they just say, calculate the proportion of on campus students in the sample who participate in at least one extracurricular activity and the proportion of off campus residents in the sample who participated in at least, the on campus ones who participate in at least one and the off campus ones who participate in at least one. Okay, so at least one, I boxed that in blue. So here for the on-campus group, I boxed this in because that's one or two or more. So that makes a total of 24 out of 33 for on-campus. Okay, for off-campus, here's how many there were. So that was 25 plus 12, so that was 37 out of 67. So, see, right now at this point, I'm already suspecting that the fact that you live on campus may increase the rate at which you are involved in extracurricular activities. Okay, it seems as though that's what's happening. All right, now we are asked to write a few sentences summarizing what the graph reveals about the association between residential status and level of participation. So what's happening is we've got this, bar for on campus, and that means that the denominator is out of the 33 on campus residents. So I need to look at those percentages. So see here, look, this is for none, doing no activities. There were 9 out of the 33. So that made that 27.2% here. And then for that section, there was 17 out of 33. And then for the third section of two or more activities, there was 7 out of 33. So see, I'm doing these fractions each time with a denominator of 33. And then for the off-campus residents, there was a denominator of 67. So the way these size were made is I did whatever that number is it 39 out of 67, 25 over 67? Oh, it's 30. Sorry, 30 over 67, 25 over 67, and 12 over 67. So that's how I came up with what percentage of this bar is made of those involved in nothing, and so on. So what does that tell you about the association? I think the fact that you live on campus or off campus is affecting the rate at which you do your extracurricular activities. Okay? So there does appear to be an association between residential status and level of extracurricular activities. The fact that you live on or off campus affects the rate at which you are involved in none, one, or two plus extracurricular activities. Now, here's what's important. In the examples, you had to give specific numbers for each category. So, for example, look here, I'm going to compare this. For example, off campus residents did no extracurricular activity at a much higher rate than on-campus residents, 44.8 compared to 27.2. Okay, the next one. The on-campus resident, let's see how I chose to write that. Yeah, I'm kind of just picking who had the most. On campus did one activity at a much higher rate than the off-campus residences, 51.5 compared to 37.3. Okay, there it is. On campus participated in one extracurricular at a much higher rate. And then finally, the on campus residents participated in two or more extracurricular activities at a higher rate than off campus, 21.2. That was closer, but to 17.9. All right, so that is that full conclusion that it asked, but it gave you a kind of a picture to determine this information. But notice, you still had to do those exact percent relationships. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, good luck to you on completing your independence worksheets.